All right. Hey guys, I hope you can hear me. Let's see if I can get this started. I want to make sure my mic works. Thanks for hopping on. I hope to do a couple more of these. I typically don't take any lunch break. I think I'm gonna have to start forcing myself throughout the day to take a break, hit some range balls, connect with some of you guys. Let me make sure the angle is good here. All right. We're gonna hit the range here in just a second. I'm going to warm up a little bit. Just so everybody knows, I'm rocking it a little bit earlier. We have our Ugly Sweater Scramble this Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. Food will be provided by Riviera Maya, and I'm really looking forward to including that, having everybody here in their ugliest sweater, optional, of course. But there are a couple spots left. So if you want to sign up, send me a message here, send us a message through our Facebook page, Instagram, or even give us a call here, 973-384-1174. So we do have a couple spots there. Hope to see you there. Gonna have some good food, have some a good time, and we're gonna be playing a two-man team scramble that night. So message us for more details there. As I warm up here, I just want everyone to know as well, back in November, we soft launched GS Pro software as a new partnership for About Golf. And that opened up our course library, the features that we have on the range. It gives you a couple different options to utilize when you come in. About Golf does, both systems are going to be utilizing a three-track system up top. So you're still getting the most accurate data, especially with that short game. I know a lot of people have mixed results and views about the putting, but we love putting here because it works. So today, just for about 20 minutes, I just want to hit a couple balls on the range utilizing GS Pro, and I'll go through why and what are the cool features about that and what we can do. So typically what I like to warm up with is I'm a pin guy. So Ping, they have their U wedge, but I have to go by um, lofts. So it's a pitching wedge loft. So at a players distance club that I play with, the lofts are a little bit stronger. So it's essentially one club off. So like my 9 iron is an 8 iron loft, 8 iron is a 7 iron loft, et cetera, et cetera. So warm up a little bit. What I like to do is take about 5 to 15 shots with my pitching wedge equivalent and three-quarter swings just to warm up, make sure everything's moving as it should, get any rust off the joints as much as possible. I typically, since I don't have time to warm up a ton, move through it pretty quickly. And one of the cool features about GS Pro is that, I'll get to it in a second, is you can pretty much create your own mini par three course. By utilizing just the range here. When this first was released and we found out about this, our staff, who were the original testers of this software, loved it. It is absolutely incredible for someone trying to improve their game and keep the range sessions fresh and moving along pretty quickly. So let's see. All right. Oh, so my three-quarter swing for my pitching wedge is about 105 to 110, just depending on how I'm hitting the ball a little bit. As you can see, you could still get all of the data with GS Pro. The only thing you don't get that you would utilizing the About Golf native software is the club head speed. So that is something that we're looking to implement within this next season to the end of it as they continue to upgrade the software. But it is still, again, like I said before, as accurate as you need it to be. I'm kind of curious about how everybody warms up on the range and what they're looking for. If you guys jump into um, drivers or longer irons. I really spend a lot of time on my short game to warm up. And again, with those three-quarter swings, all my wedges, I never take full swings on. I just tend to get under the ball a lot. Um, and it just isn't a good time if I try to take a full swing there. So warming up, I try to keep that as consistent as possible. I play a little draw too as well. My goal this season is two things. I've been doing a lot of sitting behind the computer this year already, and my mobility is not great. So I need to loosen up my hips a little bit. I need to get a little bit more turn. that's my goal. And hopefully I'll gain back some of the club speed that I was working with last season or even during the summer when I was playing a little bit more. Um, but this range here, I set the target to 105. When I warm up, I'll be rolling it out, see what the spin looks like. And having that green out there too, you could really see what the effect of the spin is going to look like on the course play here. Um, I love this view that GS Pro also includes. Before I wish they really included that in About Golf, but having it here in GS Pro is a game changer, at least for me. I love it. So I take about 5 to 15 shots depending on time. I'm not gonna be able to be on here too long. I gotta get back to a couple of different calls, some busy work throughout today. But I kind of wanted to warm up and see how this is gonna bother me on Friday. And I'm pushing it a little bit, which is okay. Distance is on point. Spin could be a little bit higher, but I'm leaving that face open a little bit. What's your favorite wedge, guys? If you're watching, you have a favorite wedge. Let me look at the comments here. Nate's watching. Hey, Nate, what's going on? This is something new. I hope to do maybe once or twice a week if I can. Time allows. You guys can kind of see what the system looks like, how we utilize it, things you didn't know that you could do with GS Pro and About Golf, and hopefully not watch too many bad shots. That's always the goal. The spread's pretty good there. Not following through too much. Distance is there. Now, something really cool. I want to talk about it for a quick second. Is we have carry raw and carry game. Something that's really really cool with GS Pro is that the raw distance on zero elevation, right, flat surfaces. That's what your true carry is. However, when you look at the carry game, one thing that GS Pro software does take in consideration is elevation. So if you're playing out west, playing up in the mountains, even the Whoville course where you're at the top of a mountain playing and hitting down, you will obviously get more distance there, right? So you'll see those two numbers, how you truly hit the ball from a raw distance standpoint, and then what that actually would translate to an outdoor play. All right. So something to keep in mind too when you're playing different courses here, guys, is you want your wedges and your clubs may be hitting further and could be hitting less as well, depending on conditions that you set up on the course too. So pay attention to both raw and game. That's why it's important for these warm up sessions to keep an eye on it. I play a bit of a draw, so that's coming in a little bit. Like I said, I hope I don't shank too many today on the course. Or on the range here. I'll probably take 3 or 4 more shots before I jump into the custom holes here. All right, so that's looking pretty good. My U club is my absolute favorite club. It's my most consistent. It's my most comfortable. It's actually I played pings in college, and then I went to Titleist for a little bit after college. And now I'm back to pings, and having this U club back in my bag just brings me back to high school and college, and playing there. And the comfortability of that is just very nostalgic. A little bit, still not too bad. Spread's not bad. Spin's a little low there, but I shouldn't never complain with 11.6 feet from the pin. Uh, do you guys find when you play? I'll have to take a look at the comments. The best view was turning it around, so I can't see your comments in real time. But do you find that you hit the ball further or shorter than outside? And there's probably two reasons why that might happen here. I'm kind of curious to see what everyone's experience has been like. For me, all my numbers are spot on inside to outside as well. I've done some fittings recently, and All those numbers from our system here with About Golf's three-track system to a Foresight, $30,000 launch monitor, we're within half a yard of each other. So, super accurate data. Couple different things to keep in mind, right? We're hitting off mats, of course, here. So we're getting some better contact each shot compared to outside. You're not worrying about those terrain differences. Though, if you've been here recently, they do account for loss of ball speed and ball spin if you're in the rough or fairway or sand. So something to keep in mind as well. But also it comes down to the ball too. So what I'm using here is a Titleist Pro V1, right? So in our bay out in the open here, the main lobby, we use Pinnacle balls. So to not get into the specifics, just because I don't know much detail about it, but Pinnacle balls that we have in bays 1 through 6 are typical range balls, right? So two layers. You're gonna lose some distance from there. So those of you that have come in here and played in bays 1 through 6, you'll see probably I personally find probably about 10 to 15 yards less using those pinnacles than a Pro V1. Our Pro V1s are available in base 7. So one of the perks of getting a private room in there, you get a better ball. But I do hit true, even though I did play Pro V1s for a while. I just made a switch to Strixon. These Star Diamonds. So they've been a great ball. I actually get a little bit more spin outside, but the distance is true and similar to these Pro V1s. I wish I could swing and I wish I could swing and talk at the same time. I can listen, but I can't talk. I play the guitar and it's the same thing. I can play the guitar, but I can't sing or talk while playing. It's like rubbing, patting your head and rubbing your stomach. It's just impossible for me. These are looking pretty good now. Here's what I typically do for a warm up here. Spread looks pretty good, pushing it a tiny bit. So, typically that's what I'll see out on the course when I hit regular clubs. This is why this range session is super important for me. A little thin there. Not awful, but could be better. I cut across that a tiny bit. So what's everyone's favorite distance here? Mine is this honestly a full swing with this U Club. 120 is my favorite distance. Right behind that, my wedges, I play a 60, a 56, and a 52. And my three-quarter swings with those are exactly 75, 85, and 95 yards. Spot on. All three of those would be my next set of favorite distances. All grouped together. There's no specific order. If I had to lean toward one, maybe the 50s. Pushing a tiny bit, but pretty consistent. I'm warming up a little bit more. So I probably getting a little bit more distance out of it. My turn is getting a little bit better. So it's still a little bit too long than what I have it set up for. Oh, hold that one. Let's see. Look at that. Look at that side spin. Oof. I actually think that that's a misread. That doesn't happen too often. I'd say probably one out of, personally for me, not that I play a lot, but maybe like one out of 30 shots. Sometimes the lighting will catch those dashes a little bit differently. That's a pretty high side spin. So, I mean, I did swing it pretty awful, but we'll see what this next one looks like. There we go. All right. We got about 5, 10 minutes here. Go into the next section that, I kind of look at from a range standpoint. So in this top left hand corner here, you'll see the distance changer for the green. If you come through here and take a look at a couple of these different options, you have dynamic holes or the playground. Today, we're just going to go into dynamic holes. This is the guy, if you've played Tiger Woods 2K, you play, PGA 2K right now, you'll see, and this looks really familiar to those course builders. Super awesome. You can rotate and essentially create your own custom green and custom range, and even looking at the different green types. Get those pop bunkers, cypress, Southampton, Eagle, Magnolia. Let's go with Magnolia, and what we'll do, you can even set yourself up with Highland Greens. I won't do that to myself publicly here because there's going to probably be a lot of water balls. Let's make it a little fun with Peninsula there, and maybe give myself a little bit of trouble on the left side. I play a draw, so my misses typically become hooks. So I need to work on making sure I stay away from trouble. So that's well set up. Let's choose Friday pins. So nothing too crazy. Um, what we're gonna do now then, so you could build a random, this is what I was talking about, a random course, depending on how many shots per hole. I'm gonna set it for three. And I want to work on my wedges today since I only have a short amount of time. So I'm gonna set it in between 74 and let's go 90. Um, I just wish this was a little bit easier to click through. Let's not randomize height. It will put you at a higher elevation at some points. So I'll take three shots per, and I determine the distance I'm gonna work on these random holes with. So hit apply, and then we're good to go. So unfortunately, it does give me my 52, which out of my wedges are not my favorite. Let's see. Got a couple of people watching. Hey, Chris. Hey, Steve. What's going on? I think my wife's sitting in and watching this, and probably why I'm not doing work. But I just wanted to do a little bit and see some of you guys and give you guys a sneak peek on some of the features here. So we have three shots here. Peninsula green looks super familiar, right? Super fun to do. Let's see what we can do. Let's see how we can do. This is how you guys can really mix up your range session. Honestly, anytime you guys come in, you can. I could probably spend hours just in this feature, which is crazy, and not even going into the thousands of courses that we have available right now. Which we're fine tuning that list a little bit. See, hit that a little chunky, but not too bad. Good first shot. Okay, with that, a little bit of a draw. I usually leave these wedges a little open if I miss hit it. So if anything, I'm probably gonna miss, short a little bit, hit that wood. I'll get a lot more spin because the base is open, but I'll lose too much distance. Let's see. All right, pretty good. Happy with that. Besides my U wedge, guys, my wedges are my favorite clubs. I love them. Cleveland's guys. We have a Cleveland partnership. We'll probably set up a wedge day again come spring. Look out for a couple contests as well. You could earn yourself a free set of wedges here. It's gonna be a little short. It's gotta go. Ooh, all right. So now, like I said, guys, randomizer, three shots, switches up the distance a little bit, up a little bit, which wedges it really doesn't matter much, especially since there's no wind. 79. So this is addressing because my 60 is 75, three quarter, and my 56 three quarter is 85, 86. So do I want to be long? I don't want to be short. So let's try to take a little bit off the 56. Let's see what that looks like. All right. Stupid alpaca beanies again in the way here. It's not going to be enough. Snuck it on there. All right. Good amount of backspin. Like I said, my misses here, guys, is when the face is open. So I'm going to miss with my wedges to the right. That's a good miss, to say the least, especially with that pin placement. That's pretty tough there. It's a little flat. It's going to be short. Ooh. Barely making it on there. Let's see what else we got. Last shot here. Let's Try to keep it dry. It's gonna be long. All right, pretty good shots there, guys. If you want to improve your wedge game, this is how you do it. Keeps it fresh, keeps it mixed up a little bit. Let's see, got a couple people watching still. Anytime you guys come in too, I'm usually in my office here. So don't be afraid to stop and say hi. We have an open door policy here. If the door is closed though, most likely myself or Patrick here are on a meeting. Whether we're most likely virtual with somebody. So you just give a quick knock and if we're available, we'll come out. We'll go hit a couple balls with you. Let's see. Let's do two more holes here. So six more shots and then we'll call it a day. Gotta get back to work here. It's gonna be short. Ah, a little chunky. Maybe a little bit more aggressive there. So one water ball. What's the over under here, guys? How many water balls am I going to hit in the next five shots? I got to commit to the shot. There we go. That worked out. I couldn't cut that any closer. Kept it dry though. I'll take that. 10 feet. Stay. That's going to be better. That's safer. That's what I wanted. 8.6 feet. Backspin. Guys, I cap out at like 9,500 for my backspin. For whatever reason, I can't break that 10,000 mark consistently. So my balls will check, but they'll never come back. So I have to play to that. Some of our guys, shout out Glenn, he's like 11,000 here. It's incredible. I don't know how to do that. Let's see. It's actually letting me giving me options to use all three of my wedges here for you guys. Last three shots. Let's keep it out of the bunkers if possible. Oh, chunky to the left. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna roll out though. Do you guys find that you're way more critical on yourself in the sim like that, like where you should hit a perfect shot every single time? I am. Like 11.3 feet, I should be really happy with that. Unfortunately, the way I hit the ball, it wasn't, to me, it wasn't that great. It's super chunky. I got away with it. It's a little better. Come on. Good kick. Good shot. Let's see here, guys. All right, last shot. Lost a little spin there, but it's about average for me right there. Last one. Let's see. Too long, too long. It's gonna sit. It's gonna sit. Hung on to it. All right. Well, thanks for joining me this morning, guys. Or is it afternoon? It's after 12 afternoon, guys. Hope you got to see a little bit different features here for GS Pro. And we'll see you hopefully at the Ugly Sweater Scramble this Friday night from 7 to 9 p.m. Riviera Maya. Amazing host with the food. They'll be hooking us up there, keeping everybody full. Get your ugly sweater out. Come and have some fun with us with this team scramble. And otherwise, if not, we'll enjoy your holidays and we'll see you at the green. Thanks, everyone.